morning children. Welcome to today's section. Today's section is for 3rd standard students. Yes children, you people already know that yesterday I have completed the lesson, that is everything happens for our own good. Yes children, this is unit 8 and the lesson is 9th lesson. This is unit 8, 9th lesson. So children, now what we will do, you all have to open your textbook, page number 23 in your book. Page number 23. And the name of the lesson is Everything happens for our own good. Yes, this was the name of the lesson. So, once I will read this lesson, children, then afterwards we will solve the lesson behind the grammar part. Yes. Everything happens for our own good. A wise and just king ruled over Gajapuram. His kingdom was rich and prosperous. This was because he had a council of learned ministers who gave him good advice on how to govern his kingdom. There was one minister, however, who had a strange habit. Whenever anyone said anything to him or narrate some incident, whether happy or sad, he said the ready reply. That is, everything happens for our own good. Even if something really sad happened, his sentence was the same. This habit irritated the king greatly. He wanted to prove him wrong. One day, the king tripped on a big stone in his palace garden and fell down. His little finger got hurt. The minister who was with the king at that time said, "Your Majesty, I am sorry your finger has got cut, but I am sure it is for your own good." The king flew into a rage. "How can this be for my good? My finger is bleeding. I am in pain. Yet you say that it's for my own good? What a silly thing to say. You don't deserve to be a minister in my court." He was so angry that he ordered his bodyguards to put the minister in prison. The minister was not worried at all. Even as he was being led into the prison, he told the king, "Your Majesty, you are doing this for my own good." This angered the king even more. He decided not to release the prisoner for a long time. 2 days later, the king decided to go hunting in a woods. Enjoying the ride on his horse, he sped into a jungle, leaving his guards far behind. It was a hot day. After a while, he decided to take some rest under a huge shady tree. The breeze was so soothing that he soon fell asleep. He suddenly woke up with a start. A big lion was charging towards him. He did not know what to do. In his panic, he forgot that he was carrying weapons with him. He just closed his eyes and pretended to sleep. The king, the lion, sifted him from head to toe and then walked away. The king was truly exhausted. He lay there for some more time, and when he was sure the lion had disappeared into the jungle, he got up, mounted his horse and turned to the palace. The lion's behavior had truly puzzled him. He called all the wise men in his kingdom and narrated the incident. "Why do you think the lion spared me?" he inquired. One wise man answered, "Your Majesty, did you have an injury on your body? It is a known fact that a lion will not touch anyone who is hurt or bleeding." "An injury?" "Yes, my little finger got cut." Before the king could complete his sentence, he remembered the minister's words. "Everything happens for our own good." The king couldn't believe it. His injured finger had actually saved his life. He immediately went to the prison and himself released the minister. He brought him back to the court and in front of all his ministers asked for forgiveness. "Honored sir, your statement has been proved beyond all doubts. My finger got cut and saved my life, but tell me how your being imprisoned was good for you." The wise minister smiled. "I would, your Majesty, had you not thrown me in prison, I would have been with you when the lion came, and since I am not suffering from any injury, the lion would have surely killed me. You are a very wise person. You deserve to be my prime minister." And the king paused, twinkling at his newly appointed prime minister. He continued, "And from today, even I have begun to believe that everything happens for our own good." This was the lesson, children. If you have a textbook with you, you have to read this lesson once, twice, thrice. Yes, children. And then you can understand the story perfectly. And then the meanings and question answers you will be receiving by the assignment. Now next, there is a grammar part. We are going to begin with the grammar part now. Yes, children. So let's start. The first main will be meanings. The second main will be the question answers. Now third main we will write with spell and write. Yes. The third main. Spell and write. What we have to write? Spell and write. Spell and write, we have to use the word ECT. ECT works. ECT works. Here, the first one is what here? EL. The first one is EL, then ISP, then third one INS, and the last one COO. So here we will join the lines here like this. Yes. So the word is what? ECT. Correct words only you have to draw the lines here, children, like this way. 1 here, 2 and here, 3 and this is 4. Yes. So here, now what we have to do? We have to use these words and these letters and make one word. Yes. So how? So see here first. What is here, children? E-L. E-L. Spell and write E-C-T words they have said. So already they have given here E-L. So now we will add here E-C-T, elect. What we call? Elect. E-L-E-C-T, elect. Second one, I-N-S-P-E-C-T, E-C-T, inspect. Inspect. The next, I-N-S, here, E-C-T, insects. I-N-S-E-C-T, insect. Then here C-O-L-L-E-C-T, elect. C-O-L-L-E-C-T, elect. C-O-L-L-E-C-T, elect. I-N-S-E-C-T, insect. I-N-S-P-E-C-T, inspect. The next E-L-E-C-T, elect. Now next, coming to the next part, that is S-E-L-E-X-P, and the last is N-E-G-L, and next C-O-N-N. So here again same thing, we have to join the word letters and make a word. Yes. So the word is what here? Here the word is E-C-T, same. Yes. So correct E word in line tegibeko. You have to draw the line correctly. Yes. This. Now here. So now S-E-L-E-C-T, 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 select. Yes, select. Next E-X-P, E-C-T, expect. E-X-P-E-C-T, expect. N-E-G-L, N-E-G-L-E-C-T, neglect. N-E-G-L-E-C-T, neglect. The next C-O-N-N-E-C-T, connect. C-O-N-N-E-C-T, connect. Yes. Now next, here, now with these words only, we have to fill in the blanks, children. Ide words use madbiಟ್ಟು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? Fill in the blanks ಅನ್ನ fill ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So here, first, so here, so first one, fill in the blanks with ECT word. This is fourth main. Fill in the blanks with ECT words. Then first, in the democracy, in a people dash their representatives. Their representatives. Yes. Second one here. The coach is going to, we'll write here acknowledgement, otherwise it will get incomplete. The coach is going to dash the team for the football, dash the team for the football tournament today. Third, we should not dash our studies. We should not dash our studies. Fourth, operator can you dash me to number that is, what is the number here? 27704682. Please. Fifth one. I dash to do well in my exams this year. To do well in my exams this year. 6. Some people dash stamps as a hobby. Some people dash stamps as a hobby. Yes. Now children, here we have to fill in the blanks. So here you have seen elect, inspect, insects, collect, select, expect, and then what is this? Neglect and connect. So now in a democracy, people dash their representative. So when elections are there, then who will elect the people? Yes, in the democracy, people elect their representative. The people will elect. They will elect. So we have to write here, elect their representatives. The coach is going to dash the team for the throw ball tournament today. The coach means the person who is coaching the students how to play the football. Like when your P period is there, you go to the playground. Then who will teach you to play the games? Your P sir will teach you. Yes or no? Same like that way, the students when they are going to a match for national level, international level, then they will be having a coach to teach them how to play the game. Yes? So, and that person only will inspect which people are going to go. who is going to go, who is not going to go. So he will be inspecting the, because they have to verify the documents. So it is called inspect. The next, we should not dash our studies. We should, whenever any work is given to you, a teacher will give you assignment, she will tell you to complete the notes, or she will tell you to do some speech or write some essay. Okay, whatever the teacher gives you the school work, then you should not neglect. Yes, we should not neglect. So we should use the word there, what? Neglect. Neglect means what, children? Neglect. You say, today I will not do, I will do tomorrow, today I am getting bored, I don't want to do. That is called negligence. Negligence. Yes or no? We should not neglect the studies. Operator, can you dash me to number 277-04682, please? Yes. The operator is asking the person, can you dash connect my call to the given number. Connect my call to the given number. I dash to do well in my exams this year. Yes. I expect. ಅಂದರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಾನು ಆಸೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ದಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಮೈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ವೆಲ್, ಗುಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಯರ್. ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಸಮ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಹಾಬಿ. Some children, you see children, they have some different types of hobby. Hobby ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ವಭಾವ. To collect some stamps. Some people, they have to collect some different types of kitchens. Some people, they have the hobby to collect different types of books. Some people, they have the hobby to collect different types of shirts. So they have that hobbies. It depends upon them what they want to collect, what habit do they have. So collect some stamps. Yes. So here we have completed these two words. Yes children, here you can see completed all the fill in the blanks, and by using the words, that is spell and write ECT words. We have used these words only to complete this fill in the blanks. Yes children, now we will go back to the next section. Next, that is fifth main. Add ER or OR to complete these spellings. Add ER or OR to complete these spellings. So here in this first one, that is RUL D-O-C-T dash. Third one, R-A-Z dash. R-A-Z dash. Fourth one, S-T-R-O-N-G dash. Fifth one, A-C-T, that is dash. Then sixth one, S-P-I-D dash. Yes. Then next, seventh one, W-I-N-T dash. Eighth one, S-A-I-L dash. Then the next is ninth one, T-A-I-L dash. The next, 10th one, E-M-P-E-R dash. Yes. So now children, here last words, you can see I have written all the words are incomplete children. No word is complete. Yes or no? Why? Because we have to add their ER or OR to complete the word. Yes, to complete the word. So first one here, R-U-L-E-R. When we add ER, we pronounce it as ruler. What we pronounce? Ruler. The next, D-O-C-T-O-R. O-R, that is doctor. When you are not well, you go to the doctor or no? Yes, that doctor. Then Z-R-A-Z-O-R. O-R. Yes. The next word, S-T-R-O-N-G-E-R. E-R. So now, by adding these two words, we have completed these spellings. Yes, this word. Yes. A-C-T-O-R. O-R. Actor. S-P-I-D-E-R. Spider. The next. W-I-N-T-E-R. Winter. S-A-I-L. Then here you will add O-R. Sailor. T-A-I-L-O-R. Tailor. E-M-P-E-R-O-R. Emperor. Yes. So here we have used these words and we have completed the spelling. Now coming to the next part here children, 1 minute. Here I will show you some images children first and then we will go through it. Yes. So here children, you can just see the images here. I will show here children. Yes. This is preposition. A preposition is a position word. It shows the relationship between two nouns or pronouns. Yes children. Preposition, it tells us what we are doing and it tells us about the relation. Now here, Whiskers is being naughty again. See what she is doing. Put in the correct prepositions. So here you can see the cat, the tabby cat. Where it is? It is down the fence. So we should write there through the fence. Next, up. What the cat is doing? It is climbing up the tree. So we say up the tree. Here down. See, it is jumping over the fence. So we say over the fence. Here down. You can see where the cat is walking. It is walking on the fence. So we say on the fence. And here, where is this sitting, children? The cat, where it is? It is behind the tree. This is the tree and it is behind the tree. So we write behind the tree. Here you can see it is standing here near the toy shop. Here is the shop and it is sitting opposite the shop. So we write opposite the toy shop. Now here, see what the cat is doing. What is this, children, called? What this is called? This is called a ladder. And now, whether it is getting up or it is getting down? It is getting down from the ladder. So we say down the ladder. And here you can see, where is the cat? It is in the tub or out of the tub? It is in the tub. So we say into the tub. What we say, children? Into the tub. And here the last one now. Here you can see. Now here is the ball on the road. Yes. And here is the road in between. And you can see the cat wants to cross the road. So we say across the road. What we say? Across the road, children. Yes. So now here, what are prepositions? Prepositions, they tell us what action or position is taken place between the nouns. Between the nouns or the pronouns. What are nouns? Nouns may be the name of the person, place, animal or the thing. Whatever we see on the earth, it has the name. So pronouns. Pronouns means what? Instead of a name, we use their he, she, they, us, I, these are you. These all are called as what? Pronouns. Yes. Now here, children, if you want, you can do this activity with the Xerox and afterwards you can stick it into your textbooks also. Yes, children. So here you have to see the pictures. Yes, you have to see the pictures and then write the answer. See this? Through the fence. Here on the fence. It is walking here. On the fence. Here up the tree. Over the fence. Under. Where it is sitting? The cat is sitting under the table. Down the table. So we say under the table. And next, down the ladder. What it is doing? The cat is getting down here. From where? From the ladder. So we say down the ladder. Here, behind the tree. Where is the cat now? Where you can see the cat, children? We can see the cat behind the tree. The next, opposite the toy shop. Yes, here it is the toy shop. In front of that the shop only the cat is sitting. So we say opposite the toy shop. And here you can see, where is the cat sitting? It is sitting inside the tub. That is into the tub. We call into the tub. And here the cat want to cross the road because it wants the ball. Yes or no? So we say across the road. Across the road. So you have to fill these pictures and then fill in the blanks and then solve this topic into your textbook and as well as into your notebooks also. You can get them the Xerox. If not, if your drawing is good, if your parents are going to help you for the drawing, you can draw and write. First you draw the picture and down you write the sentence and underline the prepositions. ಹೌದಾ? If you want, you can take the Xerox. Xerox ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ Xerox ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ನಿಮಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಇರೋರು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ you can take the help of your parents. Okay, but it should be neat drawing and then write the sentence and underline the preposition. You have to underline where there is dash in your book. Even you also should put a dash in your notebook. You have to underline the prepositions. Okay children, this was everything happens for our own good lesson behind the grammar part that I have solved for you people today in this video. Complete the notes with the neat handwriting and send me the photocopy of your notes. Thank you children. Have a great day.